Hello and welcome to the program. You're watching the Daily V News, and coming up next are the stories for today.
President Trương Tấn Sang on May the 2nd met with voters in District 1, Ho Chi Minh City to hear their opinions and complaints. A national online conference on meetings with citizens and settlement of complaints and denunciations was opened on May the 2nd. Experts urge localities to become more dynamic to attract investment by Japanese medium and small-sized enterprises.
On May 2nd, President Trương Tấn Sang met with voters in District 1, Ho Chi Minh City to hear their opinions and complaints. This is a regular activity for National Assembly deputies to prepare for the upcoming third session, scheduled to open on May 21st.
At the meeting, voters recommended concerned agencies and the party and state's political system improve the quality of judicial reform and modernise the legal document system. On anti-corruption, the voters said that fighting corruption must start from the central level, with synchronous coordination among relevant agencies. They stressed the need to enhance supervision of leaders. The voters expressed their wish that the National Assembly, its agencies, as well as each deputy, increase supervision of activities of authorities at all levels, as well as of ministries, economic groups and businesses. They also urged the strict monitoring of the settlement of complaints and recommendations by voters. Many voters complained about difficulties in daily life and noted that some policies are no longer relevant and need to be adjusted to adapt to the current situation. President Sang took note of the opinions and recommendations by the voters in District 1.
A national online conference on meetings with citizens and settlement of complaints and denunciation was opened on May 2nd. Prime Minister Nguyễn Tấn Dũng chaired the event.
A report by the Government Inspector General Huỳnh Phong Chanh said there have been improvements in officials' sense of responsibility on guiding, leading and organizing the implementation of tasks relating to solving complaints and denunciations. Public meetings between officials and citizens in provinces and cities have become regular activities with better results. More attention was paid to the completion of mechanisms and policies contributing to limiting the number of complaints and increasing coordination between central and local agencies. There was also a rise in the rate of settled cases, according to the report. However, there are still shortcomings and weaknesses in the work, such as poor organization of meetings between citizens and local officials, particularly at district level, and low progress in settlement of cases. In the time to come, the Government Inspectorate said the main tasks are to create favorable conditions for citizens to exercise their rights to complain and denunciations and try to address as early as possible new complaints while completely resolving prolonged and urgent cases. The Government Inspectorate also proposed that the National Assembly promptly promulgate laws on receiving citizens and on demonstration to create a legal basis for solving cases abusing the right to complaints and denunciations to cause social disorders.
The women's unions of Vietnam and Laos signed a cooperative agreement for the 2012-2017 period on May 2nd. The signing took place during the Vietnam visit of the Lao Women's Union LWU, President Sisay Ludet Munson.
Under the agreement, the unions will continue strengthening information exchange of policies and directions of the parties and states, as well as the developmental situation of women in both countries. The two sides will exchange high-level delegations and skills and experience in various ways and fields. They also pledged to support each other at regional and international forums. Earlier the same day, the Vietnam and Laos women unions held talks to assess the achievement of the cooperative agreement for the period from 2007 to 2010. On the occasion, Vice President Nguyễn Thị Doan presented the Friendship Order to Sisay Ludet Munson for her significant contribution to strengthening the sound relationship between the two parties, states and women unions. Several leaders of the LWU were awarded there for the development of Vietnamese women insignia, the noblest award of the Vietnam Women's Union.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is to raise nearly 260 trillion Vietnamese dong, or almost $12 billion for a new national program to develop rural areas over the period of 2012-2015.
The funding will be targeted at developing socio-economic infrastructure to help boost economic restructuring, thus reducing poverty and supporting social welfare. The program also aims to develop education and health care, improve rural water supplies and environmental hygiene, and upgrade information and communication networks. Building cultural lifestyles in rural areas, enhancing party organizations, local authorities, and socio-political mass organizations, and maintaining security and social order are also targets of the plan.
Along with national reconstruction after last March twin disasters, many businesses of Japan, especially small and medium-sized enterprises, are seeking investment opportunities in regional countries. To attract this investment flow into Vietnam, experts have been urging localities to become more dynamic.
The northern province of Vĩnh Phúc is among leading localities nationwide in attracting foreign direct investment, particularly from Japan. Japanese investment accounts for 1/4 of the nearly $2.4 billion poured in the province so far.
We came here in 2006 and we feel pleased to have chosen Vĩnh Phúc as our destination. We received great support from local authorities. Even though the economic situation becomes worse recently, we have been able to maintain our production.
Vĩnh Phúc has simplified administrative procedures, improved infrastructure and ensured the supply of qualified human resources for investors. The province has also arranged numerous delegations to introduce the investment climate to Japanese localities.
Cooperation and help from the Japanese International Cooperation Agency and the Japan External Trade Organization are necessary for us to implement effectively investment promotion in foreign countries. The more local enterprises we meet, the greater the possibility that they will come.
The Japan External Trade Organization JETRO in Vietnam said there has been an increasing number of enterprises seeking information via its website on the business climate in Asian nations. It said Vietnam needs to be more active in showing its competitive advantages compared with other regional countries.
Among ASEAN countries, Japanese investors are comparing the investment environment between Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. We hope Vietnam's industrial sector can show more competitiveness, and it will benefit Vietnam on its way to become an industrialized country in the long term.
The Ministry of Investment and Planning said it is coordinating with relevant ministries and localities to prepare for the wave of investment from Japan. Many experts suggest Vietnamese localities accelerate construction of small and medium-sized workshops for lease and zone out specialized industrial zones and industrial parks with nearby urban infrastructure to better serve Japanese small and medium-sized enterprises.
The rich culture of ethnic communities in northern coastal Quảng Ninh province and northeastern regions was highlighted at the spectacular carnival Hạ Long 2012 held on the night of May 1st.
The carnival, the biggest ever since first held 5 years ago, also aimed to mark the recognition of Hạ Long Bay as one of the new 7 wonders of the world. Thousands of people, including many foreign tourists, enjoyed special performances featuring the hospitality and beauty of Quảng Ning's people and land. Unlike other previous carnivals, where most of the performers were professional artists, this year's event gathered more than 3,000 ethnic performers drawn from the San Chảy, San Diu, Tây, and Giao. The tourists also had a chance to learn about the unique culture of different ethnic groups when several traditional festivals and customs were presented. In addition, performances by art troops from the Republic of Korea, China, Laos, and the Philippines created extra cultural diversity at the event.
And that's all for today. Thanks for tuning in. Goodbye.